afternoon. Great. Okay, now we've got you warmed up here. I have the best job of the afternoon. I get to introduce the man himself. That's good work if you can get it. I also have the easiest job of the afternoon because you've already heard all about him from these other speakers, and so that makes my job an awful lot easier. And if I do that job right, I'll have the shortest job of the afternoon. So you hold me to it, okay? I got up this morning and I was a little bit sad. It was sunk in on me that this might be a sad day because I was going to face the fact that I might be losing one of the best colleagues that I've ever had to serve with in any of my years in local government or in state government. Malcolm Graham has been really a champion and a close personal friend, a true friend for me. Support when things were tough and a colleague when things were bright and good. And we could link arms together and go forward. And I'm going to miss him deeply and greatly. And then when I got here and I saw the energy and the enthusiasm that you've all got and that all the speakers that have known Malcolm over the years that you've heard from abroad, I got excited all over again because I realized I'm not losing Malcolm Graham. I'm not losing Malcolm Graham. I'm getting a congressman. And I got excited because the same things that make me sad about what I'm going to lose in Raleigh make me excited about what I'm going to get in Washington. You've heard a lot about him, and I want to just sort of share with you my own personal reasons for supporting Malcolm, about being excited and sad today. He's a fighter, and you know that. You've heard that about him. You've heard that he's a fighter, and these are times, let me tell you, these are times when we require people to go to battle for us like never before. You know what's happening. We are under attack, folks, and you see it every day. These are dangerous times in our state and in our nation. And the work of our parents, and the work of our grandparents, and the work of generations of North Carolinians who have fought so hard to pull this state out of its past and to make a new future where there was justice for all its people, where there was opportunity for all of its people, prosperity for all of its people. All of that is under assault daily. And there has been no louder voice to fight against that tide and against that threat in Raleigh than Malcolm Graham. Let me tell you that. He has risen to the challenge like I have never seen anyone do in my time in the General Assembly. You've seen it here locally. You've heard his voice when the thieves have tried to steal Charlotte's airport. You've heard Malcolm Graham stand up and say no, and challenge the falsehoods, and challenge the lies that are told about our community and about the leadership here in Charlotte. And the louder they bay, and the louder they neigh, and the louder they whine against him, the taller he stands, and the clearer his voice, and the truer his words. And he'll take that to Washington, and we'll be proud, because we need that same fight in Washington. He's a fighter. You know it. Malcolm Graham. But you know, you've also heard today the second thing about him, the second reason he needs to go to Washington for us. And that's because he's also a builder. He's a builder. He's not just a rabble-rouser. He doesn't just say no. He knows how to take the hard work of shaping an idea and working it through the tough times and bringing it to fruition. We've seen him do that in the legislature in amazing ways, working very quietly and diligently over a long period of time to win support for the funding for programs for youth in our communities, to keep them off the streets and to give them the opportunities to get ahead and to succeed and to make reality for themselves like he made of his own life. He worked hard for that. He didn't trumpet it around. He didn't stand in front of the microphone all the time. He wasn't on the press in the newspapers and on TV all the time, but he worked hard for that, and he got it done, and he got it funded, and he got it established, and it's working today. It's working for our youth. It's working for our children. And you've seen the work he's done while at Johnson C. Smith University, the work there of a vision of, as long as I've been in Charlotte, the vision for the revitalization of 5 Points is coming to fruition today, in large part because Malcolm Graham wouldn't give up. He just kept working. He's a builder. Malcolm Graham. Malcolm Graham. There you go. You got it. That's good. You know, the third thing, well, it's not the most important thing. I'll tell you what the most important thing is in a minute. But the third thing is very important for you, and that is this. You see a lot of people in front of these microphones and under these lights. You see them on camera. You read about them in the paper. And you form an opinion about them. But you know, every one of you knows that the true measure of man is what he does when you can't see him. And you can't hear him. And he's not looking. You're not looking. Let me tell you something. I've been in the back room with Malcolm Graham. I've been in the back room where the deals are cut and the trade-offs get made and people are asked to sort of give a little here and to surrender a principle or give up on a commitment. You'd be proud of him. I know you would be proud of him because I've been proud of him in those times. When Malcolm Graham is in the back room and you can't see him, he's the same man that you see every day fighting for you and building your community. He's a true man of integrity. That's what you get. That's what you've had in Congress for 20 years. And let me tell you something, you won't be disappointed with Mel Watt's successor. Not if it's Malcolm Graham, because Malcolm Graham is right. The fourth thing I decided, I think the fourth thing really is the most important thing. You know, with Malcolm Graham, you get a 2-for-1. With Malcolm Graham, you get a 2-for-1 because you also are going to get Kim Graham. Where are you, Kim? I can't see it. I can't see you, Kim. But let me tell you something. That's powerful stuff. That's powerful stuff. 2-for-1, Malcolm Graham and Kim Graham. And by the way, they got this army of support, Nicole and Courtney. They got this army behind them too. You're getting the whole army. You know, I'm proud to be here with you today. I'm proud to be sending my friend off to Washington, Malcolm Graham. For 20 years, you've had a slogan in the 12th District, a slogan about the fighter that has led us in 12th District. What's that slogan? Give it to me.
Give him mail.
Say it again. Give him mail. For 20 years, we've given them mail in Washington, D.C. Well, I know you've got a slogan for Malcolm Graham. What is it? Let me tell you something. You know, and excuse the pun, but it's a Saturday. I get one liberty on a Saturday. You know, it wouldn't take too much tweaking for us to say, give him Malcolm. Give him Malcolm Graham. Give him Malcolm. That's the leadership that we've had. That's the leadership we want. We want Malcolm Graham. Proven leadership. I give you proven leadership.